Greetings and hallucinations, ladies and lads. I am Chancellor of the harmonious frequencies of the mighty Empire of Onion, and this is Factorio. So, just a reminder, I am going to be out of town for about a week. This will be the last day that I post videos for that period of time. Extended family member passed away, so I'm attending a funeral and will be halfway across the country, so I can't post. I apologize for the lack of content, and it will resume as soon as possible. So I appreciate your patience and understanding in the meantime. But we're doing much better on the oil front. Yeah, it's over half full, almost 2/3. So, no issues there, and the train keeps going back and forth. Did a little bit off camera, not much, just waiting for some crafting to tick through, and you can see I still have a lot more crafting to do. I'm sure there's a ton queued up behind this that you can't see right now. We were attacked several times over on this side. They actually got up through and made it into the copper refinery stuff over here. So I had to rebuild some of that. You can see 2 of these accumulators are still gone, so I need to replace those. I think they're in the queue here somewhere. Here they are. And then I was surprised that they didn't go for the labs, but also pleased that they didn't. So we didn't have to worry about that. Artillery is getting close to being finished, but yeah. Had to expand the guns out quite a lot. I need to put at least 1 more here to close this off so that they can't get through at all. That'll be wonderful. And it still leaves room. Oh, I didn't notice this was damaged. That's not too bad, though. It still leaves room for some expansion, like of the solar panels and whatnot. I'm interested in trying to get into nuclear power one day, but I'm not sure how reasonable it is to aspire towards that. I'm not sure, because of how unskilled I am with the game and unfamiliar I am with the nuclear power. We may attempt it, but we may wait until, like, after we're almost ready to leave the planet, in case anything goes horribly wrong and I blow everything up. We'll see. I was thinking too, off camera, that it would be possible to build a satellite oil base. Wait, what? I thought the oil was down here somewhere. Oh yeah, there is. 854. I never even knew that this was right next to this other place. That makes it way easier. So I could set up oil extractors, what are they called? Pump jacks, and run them to tanks, and then just run a pipe straight over to here. Pipe it into these tanks also, and then these should be full every time the train gets here. It'll fill up instantly and go back home where it will fill up those tanks, and we'll have a constant supply of oil. So that's something I'll work on today, especially since it's right next to the oil pickup right here. That's perfect. And then I don't have to worry about crossing train tracks or anything like that. Just run a pipe across and down. We'll have to protect it because obviously there are biters right here, and so they will not be happy about me having or producing pollution in this area. I am also considering expanding our radar influence. Like if I shoved a radar in right around this power pole, that would open up this to being visible, and would also regularly scan this area to show me new biter nests. I assume that there's a biter nest that spawned in somewhere in here, and that's why we were being attacked so many times right here. But I can't see it because we don't have radars scanning this area. Obviously these radars will scan this area, but it takes forever. So if I have more radars, that's more frequent scanning, and yeah, more frequent updates of what's in the area. Like, that's just pollution, but you can see this dot right there. That's one of the radars scanning, and now it moves over. But you can see how slow it goes too, and it'll take a minute, and then it'll tick over to this next area. It's just systematic like that, and I won't be able to see biter nests until it refreshes a square like that. So yeah, I think another radar in between here, possibly even one on this corner here, so that we can see more of this area, and that should be sufficient for now. But yeah, we're gonna have to take out this biter nest, because obviously our pollution is getting in there pretty heavily. So let's do that right now, as a matter of fact. How many... Yeah, we're doing pretty good on ammo for this guy. I need to build gates down here also. I was thinking about it. I noticed when I was editing that I was placing this gate sideways across the tracks. And so I'm curious to know... Can I insert wall inventory full? Oh. Oh, I have copper ore on me for some reason. Let's go get rid of that. Okay. Hopefully I can build all the rest of this stuff too, but we'll see. Getting into speed modules and stuff. Yeah, I don't have that many right now. Well, we're getting up there. We're almost a third of the way to having enough for this. Same for the low density structures. We're almost... Well, we're a little over the third of the way, so that's good. What do I need? What do I need these for? Flying robot frames? Nothing, I think. Right? I might need them later for constructor robots or something like that, but I need to just get them out of my inventory for right now. Okay, and I actually have too many of these also. We'll drop those in. We'll keep a stack and a half. That'll be fine. And I have too many explosives on me as well. But I'm crafting everything right now, so I don't think it'll behoove me to try to craft something that requires explosives right now. Okay, yeah, so let's pick these up and see if they work when I rotate them correctly. Yeah, they do. Okay, so this is what I was looking for in the first place. Boom. And it works perfectly. So I've got two more. Could shove them in here. That's... I don't like it. Lower is better. And then we'll just drop walls in between. That should be plenty wide enough for a tank or a car. Of course, I have to be precise when I go through it. But you guys know me, I'm the best driver in this game, ever, who's existed in the whole world. Alright, let's use this to go a little bit faster and get to the tank. Oh yeah, here they come. Well, I can let them go. They're going to be taken out pretty easily. Alright, bunch of spitters, a whole lot of spitters. Okay, let's see if we can shoot this part. Come on. Oh, they look like little roly-polies, the spitters do. Or what are they called? Pill bugs is the more correct term for them. Still a lot of worms. Is that all? That's all. Okay, so it was just a tiny little base, but it needed to be gotten rid of because it was too close. And they were clearly sending up attack squads all the time. That's a rock? Okay. Kind of looks like a worm from this distance. Okay, clean this up a little bit. Got these all offloading at the same time, opposite sides of the belt, so that it's a full belt of ore streaming all the way down through all of these. Moved all of these furnaces from over here over to here. I'll take this lamp too, it doesn't need to be there. This guy ran out of power, that's okay. I'm sure if I move this just down a hair, it'll be lit again. Actually, we'll just replace that with a small one. There. And that'll be fine. Still doing a whole bunch of crafting before I can get up there and get this satellite oil well done. Took away a stone miner. Soon we'll be able to clean this all up and get it straightened out a little bit. There's still a lot of copper, obviously, as you can see, but the stone is just about cleaned up here. That'll make this area a little bit nicer and allow for something. Some kind of expansion, maybe. The iron, I don't think I will need to change. You know, we could get rid of this guy and even run the stone and bricks up like this. I don't mind picking up a few so long as it's not a weird, like, tiny number. Like this one low-density structure I'm a little annoyed about, but this is fine. I may straighten up that coal belt that I've been talking about for ages. Get this lined up with the science here. It'll take it a long time for the coal belt to get cleaned up, though, which is a little bit sad, but we'll see how it goes. And I'll wait until this is empty before I connect that up. It's amazing how we became non-dependent on coal. Whenever the base first got started, we wanted so much of it to power everything. And now that we have solid fuel, that problem is solved. The solid fuel, though, for the power generation is questionable at times. I had to hook up the petroleum gas production so that it would go through. We're out of oil. We're not getting enough of this because we aren't using enough petroleum gas. I may even have to convert one of these or add another one to start producing using petroleum gas. If I did, though, I think I would have to add it on this side so that it could be on the correct side of the belt as it goes around. I'm also considering having storage tanks for petroleum gas as well, just so that we can have a place for it. We'll see how it goes. Huh. I didn't think about that. This chest is full, but this one can't reach the engine units that are sitting here because of the belt positioning. That's interesting. So we take these away. I can't move this right now, but yeah, this will... Huh. I don't have any slow inserters. Alright, well... I guess I will have to manually feed engines into these for a second, because this... these aren't getting iron. They can't make pipes or gears because those assemblers aren't getting enough iron to do so. So these are all just sitting here doing nothing, sadly. I probably ought to get rid of some of these anyway because there's too many of them. They're not getting the iron to get the parts to make the engine, so having 3 of them here isn't helping production speed at all. Not sure if I was thinking when I did that. Oh, I thought I already had some engines on me. Didn't I pick some up just now? Okay, so for now that's what we have to do to get those. We can see that the iron is starting to make its way over here now, though, which is pretty good. Where does this iron come from? No, they do get their iron from down here. It's just after all of these other ones do. And this steel. Here's a solution. Yeah, we'll output to this far one, but then we will put a secondary inserter right there, so that if this does back up because this is full, this can still get engines. So now these are starting to produce. Yeah, see, only this one is producing, so it doesn't make sense to have 3 of these here. I think this one could easily go away. I almost forgot about the coal not being plugged in. Thankfully it hasn't quite entirely emptied out, so we'll be able to catch it up real quick. I need to check on the miners for the coal, because I haven't even been down there. I was talking about not being dependent on coal anymore, and I haven't even taken a look to see if there's enough left to sustain our plastic and explosive production. Oop, facing a different direction than I thought at first. I like that it can turn on a dime like that. I also need to place a gate somewhere in here so that I can get out. Looks like this place has been attacked. Put a gate here where there's just the straight wall. I'm taking the tank because we need a little bit of a elimination of biters. Oh no. This is fine. If we go do this satellite oil outpost, maybe, is what it's called, then yeah, we need to get rid of that tiny nest that's right next to it. Or too close for comfort, I should say. Made it. Looks like spitters mostly, so they should be pretty easy to kill. Oh, wow. Die. Die, you fiends. Yep, get stuck on the tree, you big dummy. You big idiot. You fool. No, the big one. Okay, run. Oh, okay. It's not what I meant to do, but it happened. Okay. And we're on bullets. Good. Yeah. They were near enough that once the pump jacks started pumping, they probably would have produced enough pollution to... I was trying to think of a P word, perturb these biters. Trying to alliterate, but I didn't do a fantastic job. Okay. I think... Hello? What is that? Yeah, there must... Yeah, here it is. So these... And this guy has popped up here. That shouldn't be. So we're under attack. Pretty steadily now. Yeah, I'll try to get this built and then we will defend ourselves aggressively. Do ground pipes go through cliffs? Can't quite tell from that. It seems like they will. So I don't need to actually blow these up. I could do it for fun, but I think we'll avoid that. Some of this oil is not readily visible. Like this one here, you can hardly see it. There's one more. Here it is. Pretty difficult to see as well. Trying to find them so that I can protect them. Oh man, we're getting attacked all over the place now. Yeah, it's pretty imperative that I come in here and try to destroy some of these biter nests, but man, I'm trying to get this thing set up so that we don't have to worry about oil basically ever again. We're doing good on oil right now. Sadly, a substation isn't quite enough to power all of them. Okay. They're all powered. I didn't know it would be that easy, but we got it. And now I just have to pipe the oil all the way over to the oil pipe plant place. Okay, artillery is finally done. Oh, it's been ages, but we got it. We could do artillery shells, which are explosives, radar, explosive cannon shells, artillery turret, and artillery wagon. Interesting. Long-range cannon targets enemy bases. I don't know how long-range they are. Minimum range of 32, automatic range of 224, and manual of 560. Shooting speed 0.3 per second. So it takes at least 3 seconds to fire each time, I think. Very interesting. We're going to have to play with some of those next time for sure. We're getting into stronger enemies, so I think either shooting speed or projectile damage is going to be very important. This one doesn't require utility chemical or utility science packs. I saw the chemical there. So I think we'll go for that. Unfortunately, we are low on chemical science because of the lack of engines that are being produced right now. Well, right now it's fine because the iron is backed up. But if that ever changes, then we will be having issues. But we were running research at full tilt a minute ago, and we're backed up on iron even through that. So I don't know. I have some faith that it will pull through. So I think before... Oh, wow. Hi. Hi there. I was just talking about you. I think before we go and hook up the oil, we'll go ahead and try to take down these biters here. These couple of small bases. Okay, a bit flippant with my health and stuff, so I will have to repair, but I have repair packs. I can make a lot more. I'm not too worried about it. It uses a lot of repair pack to repair this thing, though. We have a decent amount of ammo still, so let's go take care of this other base. And I need to repair the turrets here at the iron farm. Had to slow down so that they could catch up to me. It's counterintuitive. Oh no, I drove through spit. Gross. It's almost better for me just to use the cannons against these guys. Whoa, really? Oh no, he got me. Okay. We got them murdered, so that's good. You have to wonder, though, with them attacking on the north side here instead of the west side, is there another base that's north of us? Also, I really don't want to know. I really don't want to know what that was. Where is it? This. Those are huge. There's 3 of them here now, too. I didn't realize that more had come. They're not making it to the wall, so they can't be that horribly dangerous, but man. They're pretty terrifying, though. Huh. Oh, interesting. Yeah, so that's fully covered. I like that. This is fully covered. And I'm sure once I get artillery turrets set up, it'll really be good. Electricity, nice. No logistics yet. Okay. Picked up 24 miners total out of places that have run out of resources. It's a little disturbing. Okay, let's head straight north. We'll see if we can uncover a nest between here and the oil. Oh, you know what though? I am going to put that radar in the middle here that I already forgot about. Okay, we've got that set up now, so we ought to be able to see, yeah, in the middle here. That's going to be pretty helpful. Okay, I can't remember if that's an actual pipe right there. Oh, there. Now that should be piped in, and these should slowly be building. Yeah, they are. And so this should be filled up every time it shows up, because these will build extremely fast. I probably should have moved these down and run them all the way through here, but it is where it is. I just have to try to keep an eye out for them when I'm driving through here so I don't run over them. Yeah, because I could have output them at the bottom here and then across. This feels exposed for some reason, but it should be fine. I need to come down to this bend and put another radar. Alright. Yeah, so now we've got really good coverage around up here. And that should refresh this area a little bit more often, would be nice. And we cleared out most of the nests except for this one that are immediately threatening. So maybe we do go clear that one out right now. I've mentioned it before, I feel like clearing out the biter nests just makes room for more powerful biters to spawn in later on. I don't know if that's the way that the game works, but that's the way it feels, that's for sure. So it almost feels counterproductive to take down the nests. But if we're getting constantly attacked and I'm having to refill ammo, which I will have to do soon, it feels like it gets expensive if we leave them there. Who knows what's best? I don't. I'd have to know how the game is programmed to handle these kinds of things. That's a lot of big biters. Go. Go. Ah. Oh no. Stuck myself in a rock and a hard place. Oh no. What am I stuck on? Oh, that is a piece of cliff. I was wondering why it didn't have any kind of durability rating or anything. Why it wasn't breaking. I'm in a dang tank. Oh. Oh, that's... I drove through some spit, so that was me being damaged. Okay, man. It doesn't feel like a whole lot was accomplished this time, but we got some things done, so that's good. Got some gates up, more defenses, more radars. Straightened up a little bit around the base as far as miners and things are concerned. And took out a whole lot of biter nests, so that should help secure the area for a short amount of time until new ones spawn in, you know. But, yeah. Trying to keep things going. We got some research done as well. I'd like to have this utility science build up a little bit. It hasn't built up a ton. It's almost halfway around, or a little over halfway. So once that builds up quite a bit more, we'll start researching the science pack and try to get that going as soon as we can. It looks like we are getting engines to the chemical research production chain, so that's good. Not to all of them, obviously, but that's fine, because this should be mostly full. And now I have it set up so that if it starts backing up, this one will constantly get engines if these are passing them up. However that works. Our iron is backed up. Copper is slightly sufficient. That'll be even better once I get these copper miners out of here. Because once these are gone, I can have the train unloading on both sides, and then it will be like the iron, right? It'll all come in a one big burst, and then once that's happened, the materials will catch up or whatever. I was just looking at this. I have it prioritized the output on this side, this side, so that it comes in on the inside of the belt, and I was wondering why it wasn't doing that. It's just the nature of the things, because they're all using from this one side of the belt, so it has to go somewhere by the way that I have it set up like this. If I didn't have a splitter here, I could force it all to come in on the one side. Right, so we just go like this. Then it has no choice but to come in on the one side. This guy keeps running out of fuel. Oh, he's only got 58 more. But then we've got this little 750 that I'll need to clean up with him too, because this guy doesn't quite reach that single bit. That's a lot for one square. I'll just move this light over or something. That should be cleaned up in no time. Yeah, but that seriously is all the time that I have for this episode. So if you want to catch another one, be sure to subscribe. Consider supporting my channel through the Patreon link down in the video description. And feel free to check out any of my other videos or playlists that you might be interested in. I thank you so much for all the time that you spend on my channel, and I hope blessings of wisdom and peace on all of you. Farewell.